Hi, it's Laura Davis Taylor with DSF Live. We're at InfoComm and we're winding up our day at the Visix booth with Sean Matthews. And we want to know what's hot in the booth today.
Well, I mean, what's hot in the booth today is a voice-activated wayfinding. Like, that's the really popular thing right now.
We've needed this for so long. I mean, in almost every vertical. It just makes so much sense. Why did it take this long for people to really kind of get on the boat?
Well, I think that, before Siri and Alexa came about, it was sort of a mystery in terms of how to accomplish it. But there are so many things that are available now from a toolkit perspective that it's made it very easy for us to employ that type of technology.
So, Sean, how do you deal with people who have accents with this?
Yeah, so that's going to be the key challenge. So we're using the Google WebKit in order to start, importing the data and analyzing what people are saying. And so the key is going to be learning wayfinding type commands or instructions, and then after that, dealing with accents and dialects and those other things. So it's going to take a while to develop the library of information, but it certainly can be done.
So, being a complete novice on this topic, is it kind of like how the more you use Siri, the more intelligent she gets about how words you're using and how you speak, whatever? Does it work like that?
It basically does. So if you want to capture the information, you can enable that tool set to capture the information and the words as they're being delivered. And so then you can see what sort of actions are being taken based on those commands or those statements, and that's how you build the library of information.
Okay, so I'm a retail consultant, and a big challenge we always have is languages. I would imagine this really helps with having multiple languages. Can you do that?
Yes, you can do that. So it does take time because now you have to learn not just the English language, but let's say Spanish or Arabic or whatever. And so it does take time to build those libraries. And so you can imagine we started with English first just because a majority of these deployments for us are in North America. But next on the list is going to be Spanish, and then we'll move on from there.
Do people need an entirely new system to be able to do this, or is there something that, how does this work if you wanted to?
Right, so it's not really that you need a new system, it's just that you have to begin capturing the other languages, in the process of building the library of commands. And so it's not like you need a new system, but you do have to turn on the multi-language capability in order to be able to capture the statements as they're being made.
Would you also get credit for helping to solve disability issues as well with this?
Yes, in fact, we were talking to a church earlier today who has an elderly population that's often in wheelchairs, and even though most of their designs they believe are ADA compliant by putting the interactive elements on the bottom part of the screen, in some cases with shelves and things like this, you can't actually reach those commands. So you would in fact be dealing with ADA compliance by using voice recognition versus physical touch recognition.
And that helps with visually impaired as well, doesn't it?
That is correct, yes.
That is really exciting. So is this product available right now? How would you find out more about it?
Right, so you would go online to our site at visix.com, which is visix.com, and there you would find a lot more information about what we're doing with voice-activated wayfinding.
Thank you. That is exciting.